Oh, so yeah, extra. This is the big
yeah.
news. I ate at Wendy's yesterday.
Oh, we're going. Crowder Boys are now going to their Wendy's correspondent. Dalton.
Yeah, going. It's just in.
Well,
I had Wendy's yesterday.
This is the Wendy's zone.
Yeah,
This is sponsored by Gatorade.
yeah, and I went into the Wendy's. I wanted to eat at Wendy's. Wanted to treat myself to a nice dining experience. And guys, it's getting real depressing out there. The world we grew up in no longer exists because
This is actually turning into an Andy Rooney segment. This is awesome,
dude. It was really upsetting because, and I guess it's every fast food place is doing this now. You don't actually get to talk to the black people that work there to order your food. Not that they don't want to talk to you anyway, but you have to go to like a touch screen to order everything. And so you have to like interact with some like fucking computer to order all your food, which like I'm technically savvy enough to know how to work the. Yeah. Like Dan probably would thrive at eating at a Wendy's. But
I love the less communication with a person, the better.
I kind of
but hold on, and I'll get to the issue with that in a minute.
I never like had a great time talking to one.
I'll get to why this is a problem here in a second, because it sounds like it would streamline the process. You don't have to deal with like some fucking angry fat black lady who doesn't want to talk to you anyway. You just push the button and then they mispronounce your name and you grab your food. But here's the problem. Like, I'll say this: like I'm tech savvy enough that I can navigate the Wendy's touch screen. So if
Order
there's
for
any
Dolphin.
Wait, Dalton.
Where the fuck Dolphin at?
Yeah, where Dolphin? Where you at? Your food ready?
And then she scoffs at you as you ask for 2 sweet and sour sauces.
So that's the thing.
The Dolphin got the fish sandwich. What is it, cannibal?
Because that's the thing is I ordered like enough food that I could eat there, and then I wanted to take my chili home. So I ordered my burger, my fries, my Frosty. I'm dining in on that, and then the chili is to go. That's for later.
Oh, so in your case, chili today, chili tamale.
Mm-hmm. And
what do you do next, Don? You go to Chili's and order the Wendy? I mean, what are you doing?
Okay, I'll say that a staple of the Wendy's menu is the chili.
Oh, so now we're going to Staples too. What the fuck is
and I go to Staples to order burgers.
Yeah, you're going to Chili's to get a stapler. You go to Staples to get a fucking chili.
Yeah,
and, and then you're out here giving saying your name is Dolphin, and
I go to Wendy's and I'm like, do you have any copy toner?
Yeah, it's back. Where's the back to school section?
No, I'm at Wendy's. I get the mushroom bacon, the new thing, the mushroom bacon burger. I get fries. I get a Frosty for the drink because I want to dip the fries in the Frosty. It's a great sweet.
That is an incredible move.
It's a great move. Yeah,
not great for your health journey though. I will say, Dalton.
No, it's not good for my fitness journey.
When the dip is not tasty enough, like whatever dip, like we need to make the dip a dessert. Also,
the dip is a dessert. So then I get and then I wanted a large chili to take home for later. And so they, I'll start by saying this: that at least the food at Wendy's is delicious. It's a good burger.
Underrated, unlike Prince.
I think it's rated right where it should be. The fries are terrible.
I like the square burger.
The fries I had yesterday weren't bad; they were pretty good. And the square burger is cool. I like it when they do new shapes with food.
Me too.
That's why I like Dino Nuggets.
Squares.
That's why I miss Round Table Pizza. It's a California only chain. They'd make dinosaur pizzas.
That's awesome.
It was cool. They made cool pizzas because pizzas is already cool.
Pizza is cool.
To make it even cooler, it's like you're above and beyond Round Table. It was a medieval themed. It was great.
So Dalton, would you say you like Wendy's?
Say yes, Dalton.
I'll just go ahead and walk around. I'll walk into it. Yes. Wendy's nuts. Thank you.
It was going to be a stolen joke anyway. But...
Wait, Wendy's nuts are in your mouth, Dalton?
Yeah.
Hold on, but I gotta. Here's the bugaboo with Wendy, or rather the
bugs are scary, by the way.
I shouldn't say the other word I'm thinking, considering the employees at Wendy's, but it's not exactly a bugaboo, it's something else. But here's the issue with eating in at a fast food place now is they're all designing it now and getting ready for automation. So you touch the screen and then the folks there, the disenfranchised that work there, make your food.
Oh, it's a franchise.
It is a franchise. And then they put it on a tray and they call your name and you grab your food, right? But now it's so I guess like there's no emphasis or nobody's like paying any mind to actual human interaction anymore. Everything is like we're distancing ourselves from actually having to interact with the employees. That when you need to, they just like start to fizzle out. Like it's like does not compute.
Right.
They start to go haywire because they gave me the burger and the fries, everything on a tray, and to eat there. So my burger, my fries, my frosty on a tray, and then they gave me another tray with an open container of chili. And so I got to go back to the counter and say, "Hey, I need a lid and a bag for my chili." And there was just like 4 different shaquandras looking at me with complete scorn and disdain. And no one was like saying anything to me. And I'm like, hello? Anybody? I need a lid and a bag for my chili. And nobody was actually like talking to me or wanting to help me. And I finally was able to somehow get one of them to, I guess I had to use the right, I guess call or whatever for them,
waddle up and scream, "I need chill!" Because I wouldn't want to talk to you either. It's like, who is this insane person?
Yeah,
I was not acting insane. I went up to the counter and I said hi. I said hi there.
Boy, here it comes. This guy's coming up.
I went up to the counter. I went up to the counter and I said,
"We're gonna have to deal with this fucking guy."
No, it was not. No. I went up to the counter and I said, "Hello there. May I please have a lid and a bag for my chili, please?" And then they're all just walking by me and looking at me and making black people noises at me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is nobody? And then somebody finally came up to help me and they gave me a lid and a bag and I said, "Thank you." And she went, "Mm-hmm." And I'm like, you know what? You fucking deserve to get paid less. At this point, the life that you're living, working this shitty job at fucking Wendy's, not being able to feed your family, begging the government for food stamps, that's the fucking life you deserve. If this is the attitude you're going to have toward a white man in America, this is the fucking life you deserve, bitch. Enjoy the last days you get to work at this Wendy's before they replace you with a fucking computer. With another word you can't pronounce.
Did you call Dave and Wendy?
That's the name of their son, Dalton.
Although this is going to sound very immaterial and like a distraction, but Dalton, you say you order a lot of fast food, right?
Yeah.
Why are you not using the app?
What? I don't know. That's a good point.
You save a lot of money when you use the app.
That is a good point.
Right. Before we even get to the app, Dalton, did you got it off your chest? Did that feel good?
Well, and I'll say this: the other issue is I'm tech savvy enough that I can navigate a Wendy's touchscreen, but I do wonder about the other kind of clientele that are going there, maybe older people or people mentally handicapped or whatever that just start mashing their greasy fingers on the touchscreen and can't get it to work. What recourse do they have? Because if you go to the counter, good fucking luck getting any one of these people to help you.
Fuck them, man. Fuck those people.
It just feels.
Dalton, let me tell you why you are completely wrong in this situation.
No, I'm not wrong.
Everybody else has figured out that we just want to. Why the fuck would anybody want to sit down and eat in a fucking Wendy's? Nobody wants to. You're the only person who wants to.
I want to sit down. I don't want to fucking eat it in the car. I don't want to.
That is funny. That is also too much to ask. Like one thing to go, everything else for you.
That's not too much to ask. That's ridiculous. No, this country used to be a good place to live. Where that's not too much to ask for. I want to eat my burger, my fries, my Frosty at the Wendy's. I want to take the chili home. That's not complicated. I'm not asking too much. Maybe I'm asking too much.
Everybody else.
If you go to any other restaurant, you're not going to ask to get one of your items in a to-go bag.
So
yes, you would. Yes, that's not an unreasonable request. This is crazy. See, you fucking guys, all y'all are kowtowing to what these fucking corporations want you to do.
Again.
It's not what the corporations want us to do. It's what we wanted to do. Just go to the fucking drive-through.
I want to eat I want to have a nice meal at a Wendy's.
Why?
And then I want to take my chili home for later. That's not too much to ask.
Dalton was doing this exact speech at the counter.
In a country as wealthy and as opulent as America, it should not be too much to ask that I have a burger, fries, and a Frosty at the Wendy's, and I take my chili home. I should be allowed to do any combination of anything I want to do when it comes to Wendy's, and that shouldn't be too much. That's the America I grew up in. That's the America I want to return to, and that's why we need Elon gutting these federal programs so that we can return Wendy's to its former glory.
All the normal people have figured out we just want to go through the fucking drive-through, right? Let's go to the nice place, which is home, not this godforsaken fucking Wendy's that nobody goes in to eat. That's why they're looking at you weird anyway, because nobody goes in there anyway.
Then tear the fucking tables out of the goddamn restaurant. Don't have tables and chairs then.
They're for homeless people, dude. And then they're already looking at you like
this is so upsetting to me, dude. I want to eat at a fucking Wendy's. That's my God-given right as a fucking American that I can eat in a Wendy's and I get the service that I desire.
You said your side.
On the touch screen, why don't you just order one order for here and then start a new order that's to go?
I ordered, but that's the other thing. I clicked the button that said carry out, and I said, because I knew going in, I said it's going to be too much to ask for them to give me part of this on the tray and part carry out. So if I get it all carry out, it's all in bags, and I can eat it. I can eat at the Wendy's. I can eat what I want here and then take the rest to go. Well, they fucked that up and they gave me everything on a tray. So then I had to go back and ask for a lid and a bag for the chili. And that was like pulling fucking teeth. I had to pulling one of their fucking grilled gold fucking teeth out.
I don't know. All right, let's. I now actually do agree. If you ordered something to go and they gave you for here and you asked for to go stuff and they're not giving you the time of day, that is frustrating.
Why back up?
I pushed the button that said carry out because I know how to navigate a Wendy's touchscreen.
Why?
It's one of the skills I possess.
In the Wendy's. Why are you trying to eat there?
Because I want my food. I want to eat my food when it's hottest, when it's at its hottest and freshest.
I also kind of feel like you can't be mad that your Wendy's employee is stupid. Like they kind of
eat in the car, bro. If you're not going to eat at home, just eat.
I don't want to eat in the car. I don't want to eat in the car. I want to eat at the Wendy's.
Why?
Because I like this. I like to sit down. I like to be a part of life. I like to be. I like to experience.
And this is what you got.
Even if he did all that stuff, they didn't give him the tools to leave the restaurant.
Wendy's gave you the life of Wendy's experience.
That's what they gave you.
Wendy's. What Crack is saying is he should have gotten the whole order to go, and then this wouldn't have been a problem.
That's what I tried to do.
Never leave your car.
No, you didn't. You tried to get half of it to stay, half of it to go.
No. I clicked the carry-out button on the touchscreen. I was going to get everything in bags and eat what I wanted there at the Wendy's, and then take the rest to go. They put everything on a tray, and then they made it a fucking a whole fiasco to get the to-go bag. This was a fiasco. This was a Windex fiasco.
That's bizarre to hit to go and then not get the whole thing to go.
Yeah,
and then now I'm more on Dalton's side.
I'm not done, by the way.
Okay,
that was just the first thing that was wrong.
Continue.
So you walk in, they're already like, "Who the fuck is this fat white boy? Why is he coming in here? Everybody else going through the drive-through." Because they are, and then you go to order on the thing, and then they look and they see chili, and they're like, nobody's ordered chili in 2 fucking months. Now we got to break out the fucking chili packets. We got to heat
No, the
that up.
chili. No, the chili is it's fundamental to the Wendy's menu. The chili is a big part of Wendy's.
You gotta take out a magnifying glass just to see that shit on the menu.
No, the Wendy's has always been known for square burgers, chili, Frosties. Those are the benchmarks, the hallmarks of a Wendy's.
Would you get a baked potato?
All right, now you're getting Hallmark cards at Wendy's. Did you get a Hallmark and order a fucking chili?
And then you had the gall to ask for a lid for it. Now that's your third strike. They already don't give a fuck about their job. You can't imagine the strife that they go through on a daily basis before they even get to Wendy's. And now they got this fat white boy asking them for a lid.
It's not my fucking problem that the people working at a Wendy's have mismanaged their lives to the point that they're working at a Wendy's.
It sounds like it was your problem.
It's not my fucking. Look, I guess I'm turning into a boomer at this point because it's like
you're about to yell, show me the 1099s to the employees.
Show me. Well, it's a W-2 job. Show me the fucking W-2s.
Oh, they might all be part-time with this fucking technology.
Probably. If Wendy's operates like any other major corporation, they're not giving anyone enough hours.
Well, that's the other thing.
They want to give them health insurance.
I think you've proven my mind, Dalton. I do think you're in the right, and I would have been frustrated too. But Dan raised a good point that they are fast food employees, which is the cartoon job that dumb people have.
I would understand the outrage if this happened at a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yes. If this happened at Outback, I'm getting a free bloomin' onion.
You're at Wendy's, man. You're in the shit. You shouldn't even walk in that fucking door unless you're about to piss your pants.
I refuse to become complacent with an America that does not meet my standards. This is supposed to be the greatest country on earth, which means that when I go into a Wendy's, I am treated as if this is the best place to be. You know, you watch the Founder with Michael Keaton. Look at what fast food looked like back then. It was a paradise,
but it wasn't
compared to what it is now.
What it is now. Ever since we've been like the America you are hankering for, you've never been a part of.
Every aspect
in the 90s, every sitcom joke was like, "Oh, you're gonna be flipping." They still use the joke whenever a basketball player has a bad game. There's like someone does AI of them working at like McDonald's. Like,
sure,
that's the job you go to when you suck at your any other job.
Yeah, I get it. The job sucks. It's miserable. They don't pay shit.
Burger soon, pal.
That doesn't mean that I have to have empathy for them. Give me what I want.
It's not about empathy. It's about this is just the world that we live in.
No. It's also no. Every nook and cranny of our lives, every fucking aspect of our lives is degrading in this country. Everything is diminishing, and I refuse to become complacent with it. I'm going to eat in the fucking Wendy's, and I demand decent service.
I expect
it. I fucking demand it.
I would say that not everything has gotten worse.
By the way, this is a much better Wendy's corner than I ever could have dreamed, by the way.
I think you can't base everything diminishing on your Wendy's experience. I think just the worst shit in the world has just gotten a lot worse. Doesn't mean everything.
If you went to a Wendy's, a Taco Bell, a Pizza Hut, a Jack in the Box, any place 30 years ago, it was a world-class grade A experience. People all over the world dreamed of an American Wendy's back then. Nowadays, it's like I'm in fucking Mogadishu when I go into the Wendy's. I'm dodging fucking.
In all defense, this is basically the first scene of Falling Down, right?
Dude, I'm going full falling down on this shit. I'm so because it wasn't even like I was asking for. I didn't even. It wasn't like my requests were unreasonable, and they still copped a fucking attitude with me and made it so difficult just to get a lid and a bag for my chili.
That is annoying.
I want to take my chili home.
Isn't it ironic that you were worried about your chili getting chili, so you needed the lid?
It is ironic.
To think about. But also, look, life, unfortunately, in most cases, is not about, like, you rarely get the best experience. Most of the time, you have to It's more about like blocking against the worst thing, kind of, you know, in terms of, it's like, it's not about like this diminishing returns. It's like, how do I prevent myself from having a worse experience than it could be?
You know what you
Or,
couldn't
like,
do in
going
the
to, like,
90s?
Would you rather have diminishing returns or Dominican returns? You know what I mean? Like, these are the kinds of choices you have to make, Dalton.
I think a few of them might have been Dominican. They were working there.
Well, there's your answer, Poppy.
You know what you couldn't do in the 90s?
What?
Have fucking Jack in the Box or Taco Bell or any of these places delivered to your front fucking doorstep.
That is awesome. Yeah.
No, I don't want that either. I'm the kind of person I want to experience life. I want to be an active participant in my own existence. That's why I'm eating at the Chili's. I'm sitting down. I'm taking in the atmosphere. I'm experiencing life.
Saying, like, at the beginning, you're like, I decided to finally leave the house.
Yeah.
I want to experience life in all of its forms.
Here's the thing. Most of life is mundanity. Most of life is a series of mundane.
Mundane fiasco.
It's a mundane fiasco. Most of life is just completing a series of mundane tasks and then you die. If you remove even the mundanity, if you remove just the act of participating in the mundanity of life, you're left with nothing. You're sitting at home waiting for somebody to bring you your Wendy's. I want to go to the Wendy's. Let me be a part of the banality that is existence. Because if you take away even that, even just the little
ass out here, and someone wants a lid.
If you remove even the those little experiences of just like going to a Wendy's and walking in, ordering a burger, sitting down and eating, which is a very mundane experience, which is most of life though. Very little of life are like big, wonderful, amazing, memorable experiences. Most of life is banal, it's mundane, it's boring, but you participate in that. You're a participant of life with those experiences. If everything's relegated to apps and just sitting at home and having things done for you or automating everything, then there's no life left to be lived. And that's and then now the whole world is a Wendy's kiosk.
You want to talk about wasting time?
You're
wasting your time going to the fucking Wendy's, sitting there fucking eating with these people you don't even know. Get it delivered to your door and continue your fucking life the way you're living it.
But it's not a waste of time if I value the experience of eating at a Wendy's.
You just got nothing going on at the crib.
I value the experience of eating inside of the Wendy's. I want to eat at the Wendy's.
You're not long for this world.
Your big anger is coming literally from human error and like human decisions.
No, because so much of the Wendy's process of going and dining at a Wendy's has been automated that's where it's coming from. It's coming from the fact that people are losing the human interaction because they want you to go to the touchscreen and order it, and so you're never connected to the actual ordering process. You order at the touchscreen, they send your name to the thing, they call your name, and you grab your food. You don't have to interact with anybody, and now it's created this situation where human interaction itself has become foreign. It's become this exotic unknown that people are not used to, and that's where these people. That's where the human error comes from in this situation. So it's brought upon by automation and technology and corporations. The human race with technology is like a drunkard with a barrel of wine.
I didn't know you wanted to connect to humanity so much, Dalton.
I'm kind of.
I think it's bullshit.
I didn't know that you are Dalton Connect. Yeah. Why can't Dalton connect? No, I think it's probably more about the lid than anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm curious where Crack was going. Like Dalton, what else? Did you go out? Did you go somewhere on? So yesterday you went to Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
What did you do on Monday?
I worked, and I can't remember.
I think Dalton may be addicted to battling with black people because he spends all day at work. These
you see that picture of me outside with the scaffolding?
You know what? Dalton is close to being Kumia posting posting the white airline pilot and be like, everything's gonna be a good, nice flight.
How are you gonna work all day
Dalton's and
get chewed out by black people all day long? And then you're like, let me go experience life. Let me go where I know that there are these same people that I just got chewed out on the phone by. and just see if I can be nice, bro. You got to understand the world's changing. I don't like it either. Like I feel like it would be cool if you could go into like a fucking one of these fast food places, but you got to just know it's not the way it is. And in this day and age, you got to just make the crib the best place to be. So even if people in the chat are saying like it's too expensive to get the food delivered, okay, so then go to the drive-thru, get home as fast as you can, and get back to fucking chilling. Because that's what life is all about.
If that's what works for you, Craig, I'm going full falling down. I'm rebelling against the. I refuse to become complacent.
A cool guy though.
And if you want to sit down somewhere, it's not like there's nowhere you can go. You're gonna spend a little more money, but go to fucking Chili's, go to Longhorn Steakhouse. You're gonna be happy.
Or like,
and if you're not, then you have a real gripe.
A Chipotle or a salad bar, Dalton. Come on, like
you're not paying these Wendy's people for their service.
Yeah, you know what I do like about the computers is that I can make my gay orders without like being embarrassed. Aren't you embarrassed? Like I can order the meal time.
I'm not gonna feel like I did anything wrong.
You didn't.
I want to eat at the Wendy's. They got tables and chairs. There's a sitting area. There's a whole dining area at the Wendy's. For me, I don't think I'm being unreasonable by saying that I should have a good dining experience at Wendy's. It's not gonna look. Obviously, it's not a fucking
your version of Natalie Cuomo getting mad at the heckler. You have ruined my day. This was supposed to be my meal.
Look me in my eyes.
Wendy's employee.
Dalton with no lid. You are putting out negative energy.
The world is so fucking negative right now, and I'm just trying to get a lid for my chili, and you're being a fucking asshole.
Modernity has made this world so negative, and I want my lid.
Hey, this fat ass white boy trying to get me to look in his eyes.
Dalton just at the counter, just like all the black people not looking. He's like, look at me in my eye.
Yeah, I didn't get to succeed as a comedian where I get to have those meltdowns on stage, so I just have to have them at a Wendy's.
Yeah, you're having patty meltdowns, Dalton.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then the black lady's like, "What? You can't handle it? You're going to be a fat retard. I'm going to be a fat retard."
Right? Yeah.
I guess hey, you know
I
what?
don't show up to where you were. I guess I did show up to where you were.
You know what, Dan? That's probably the fairest point that anyone's made here. Is that I'm a fat retard, she's a fat retard, and that's the ecosystem in which we exist.
Yeah,
which is a couple of fat retards gawking at each other like, "What is going on? Like, what are we doing?"
To wrap it up,
I'd be that guy, like Natalie driving by you, crashing out at her fast food, and be like, "At least I didn't do that. At least I'm not that guy."
Dalton, where I'll agree with you.
Scream, Natalie, be like, "What an idiot!"
Where I will agree with Dalton. It is sad the state of affairs of the indoor fast food experience. It is sad, and I do think it should be better in an ideal world. Dalton is an idealist, but it's just not the way it is anymore, and you just got to expect the exact experience.
It doesn't have to be this way. It only be this way if we allow it to be this way. I didn't think I would get that passionate about Wendy's, but
I had a feeling you would.
I don't know something.
Look, the passion of the fries.
Something finally broke inside of me.